It's a hot summer day and a great time to play around with some MilSurp rifles. Today, we've got 6 different MilSurp rifles, all from different countries, all chambered for different cartridges. And some of these you may have heard of, some of these you may have seen. Heck, some of these you may even own. And you know what? Some of these, that may not be the case, right? So let's jump in and have a little fun. What do you say? I do need to get Ear Pro on, and today I've got some in-ear Ear Pro. There'll be a link down below. We're trying these out for the first time. Going to see how well they work. Let's kick things off with an SKS, and this one right here from Yugoslavia. And we've got a couple of cool things on this. The fold-out blade bayonet. Bayonet's going to be a thing today as we look at these MilSurp rifles. And then we got the grenade launcher sight attachment and all of that good stuff there on the end. We do got a little bit of aftermarket flair with this one. The magazine right here, I do have the original magazine assembly, but this is just a little bit easier and it looks cool too. 7.62 by 3.9, what the SKS runs. So let's get her loaded up and let's do this. Oh yeah. So a lot of fun is the SKSs out there. And of course, there's a ton. This one being Yugoslavian. You've got Romanian and Polish and even Chinese, obviously Russian. Just all around, I think, really cool rifles. Next up, coming in from Mother Russia, we've got a Mosa Nagant. Now, this one, obviously, the shorter, the carbine version. Got the spiked bayonet there. This one right here going to be a flamethrower and fires the 7.62 by 54R. A lot of people think the R is Russian. Actually, it means rimmed. The 7.62 54R cartridge. Get them loaded up here. All right, let's put them down range. What do you say? Woohoo! Obviously, bolt action on the Nagant here, where that SKS was semi-auto. That steel butt plate with that honking 7.62 54R cartridge. It definitely puts a wallop on the old shoulder there. Now, a little Italiana action with direct from Italy. The Caracano carbine here. Got the folding spike bayonet on this as well. Really short package on this rifle. Got the metal butt stock. No doubt it's going to thump. 6.5 by 52 is this cartridge. So a pretty salty cartridge. Now, I'm going to have to single shot this one. The reason is I was unable to find any of my Caracano En-Bloc clips. So not a problem though. Here we go. We can single shot it just fine. Whoop. Last round here. Viva Italiano! And that, my friends, is the Caracano carbine. Before we move on, let's talk for a second about wishes, wants, hesitation, and regret. And what I mean by that is when it comes to MilSurps, if you're looking at starting a collection, if you're looking at expanding your collection, and there's something out there that you wish for or you want, The issue is they don't make them anymore, so they become more and more scarce every day, and as a result, the value continues to rise. The value will never go down on a MilSurp. So hesitation is going to lead to regret and ultimately, I think, disappointment as well. So let's move it on and continue looking at some of these rifles. Next up, another bolt rifle direct from France. One of the nicest rifles that you can get as far as MilSurp goes, because it's the French and they were too busy waving white flags to really fire their rifles here, I think. But really cool rifles. The French Mosa. And what's cool, we've looked at the folding bayonets and stuff that are attached and fold out on some of the other models. This one actually houses the bayonet in the stock right here, and if I can get a hold of it, you push a little button and there is the bayonet. You can pull it out, flip it around, and lock it back into place, which is kind of cool. Now, the French Mosa here runs the 75x54 French cartridge. So let's get her loaded up. I will tell you from experience, the trigger on this one is pretty darn horrible. But if you look at that bolt, the way it's angled forward, really cool bolt design, I think, on this one. Here we go. Makes for, I think, a faster, action with the bolt, that being forward like that. And that, my friends, is the seldom used, seldom fired, but still very cool French Mosa. Now we get into one from our friends across from the pond, also a bolt action. A Lee-Enfield. This one, number 4, is what this one is going to be. And one of the cool things, what I like about the number 4 models is the rear peak, the sighting system and all on those. Very cool, but direct from Britain on this one. A lot of different variants, by the way, of the Lee-Enfields. And this one uses, of course, the big, also rimmed, kind of like that 7.6254R cartridge, a 303 British 303. Or there's probably also another name for it. Now, you'll notice that we do not have a bayonet here. However, you can affix a bayonet. It's just with unlike the ones we've looked at previously, there's no place to store it on here, and it's not like a flip down style model or anything like that. You really got to manhandle the bolt on the Enfields to get those forward. A lot of tension. Here we go. Last one. And that, my friends, is the Enfield here. Let's talk just for a minute about something I think really serious, and that's, the last several videos, I can see you. I can see you staring. I can see you ogling because you like the shirt, you like the cap. So remember that there, as always, is a link down below if you want to take a look at some of the shirts and caps we have to offer. And now we have some good old America from the good old United States of America, the M1 Garand or the M1 Garand. I don't know, however you want to pronounce that. Garand was the guy who invented it, but over the decades, Garand has become acceptable as well. This one, you'll notice, does not have the bayonet affixed, attached, or folding, or that sort of thing. However, you've got a bayonet lug similar to the Enfield back there, and you can affix a bayonet if you wish. Obviously, the Garand here chambered for 30-06. Now, it does use En-Bloc style clips, and loading this thing might prove to be just a little bit daunting because I do not want to load a full En-Bloc clip, but we're going to do our best here. All right, and now we are loaded up. That could get tricky if you're trying to download an En-Bloc clip in a Garand. However, they do make a single shot adapter. They do make a 2-round and a 5-round adapter because those are used in matches and training and things like that. So be on the lookout if you're curious. But with a little bit of practice, you can definitely get less than 8 rounds in there if you need to. Now, let's put them down range with the good old Garand. America, baby. Now pay attention to this last round because we're going to get the Garand ping. That En-Bloc clip's going to jump out, and when it does, it's going to go ping. And there it went, and there is the M1 Garand. Now, I didn't mention this earlier, but the En-Bloc style clips for the Caracano that we looked at earlier kind of work in a similar way, except for they don't pop out the top. They pop out the bottom when they're empty. So something I didn't mention on that, and I probably should have. And now it's time for you guys to chime in. So jump down in the comments below. Let me know your favorite of the day. Are you going Yugoslavia? Are you going Russian? Are you going Italian? Are you going French, British, or good old America, USA? Be sure to let me know. Hopefully this has helped. If there's any of you out there that were curious about MilSurp rifles, wanted to see a few of them in action, maybe you're looking again to start that collection or add to that collection, just remember that hesitation is only going to breed regret.